I just, I woke up this morning and I was like, wait a second. It's July 4th. You know, and 250 year anniversary. And when, I remember the bicentennial. When I was a little kid, so it's like, might be nice to do some fireworks. But I was like thinking, like, yeah, fireworks, you don't get a lot of, bang for your buck all the time. Pun intended. uh, so I'm thinking, I don't want to spend much more like $10. Maybe get some whippersnappers and some sparklers or something. But who knows? I mean, like, last year I think I spent like $50 on a pretty modest thing, and I thought, wow, $50, but but it's fun for the kids, they can check it out, and you know, I'm not really good at like making my own fireworks, and I hear that's not so safe and stuff. Um, so I probably won't make my own fireworks. I don't even know if that's legal or not. It's probably not. Um, so the family sent me out. It's like $20 to go get fireworks, and I don't want to end up like Jack and the Beanstalk, and come home with just some a pocket full of magic beans or something. That's probably one of my best. That's probably one of my favorite fairy tales. Jack and the Beanstalk. I like the way Jack and the Beanstalk was like. You got this guy Jack, and he, I guess like his wife. I think it was his wife. Kind of was like a bitchy woman, and she said to Jack, you got to go get some provisions, in the so we can eat, and then Jack heads out, and like he gets sidetracked by this guy, this Montalbán, who's like got these magic beans for sale, and I guess like if comparing it today, it's kind of like you see me driving, and it's like I know I'm trying to drive to like like the Safeway or the Fred Meyer or Target even, but then it's like I'll see that Harbor Freight store come up, and I guess that's kind of like the guy who's selling the magic beans, because I get distracted, and it's like, oh, like, wow, fireworks. You get $20 to spend fireworks, but I mean, like, maybe, like, let's, no harm. Let's maybe, they call it window shopping. Maybe just, go to the Harbor Freight, and just take a look at what they got at least. Like, there might be something I even need. Like with some of the fireworks, you have to like have a platform. Like, because you don't, like, you have a Roman candle or something. You want it to be on a flat base. Because if it's not a flat base, like when you light it, if it tips, it could accidentally shoot you, or the dog or something. You don't want that. So, maybe like they have a planer or something that I could get to make a platform for, my fireworks. But then, I thought, well, wait a second, like, if I buy something from Harbor Freight and it costs that much money, then I'm really not going to have a lot of money for fireworks, and then I probably can't even get a Roman candle. So then why would I need a level surface? So I guess, that's what somebody might refer to something like that as, like maybe like a catch-22 or something, I think they call it. Like between a rock and a hard place, or what's another one? There's rock and a hard place and a catch-22, and I guess a damned if you do and damned if you don't. So I guess that's what I'm looking at. So I'm going to try to stay focused and see if I can find some cheap fireworks. So wish me luck. Thanks.